Excuses are the camouflage of the undisciplined. The second you stop defending mediocrity is the moment true discipline takes root. You don't need comfort, you need conviction. Laziness wears a clever mask. I'll start tomorrow. Or, I've been through a lot. These aren't reasons, they're permissions. Permissions to delay your growth. Permissions to live small. But here's the truth. Laziness isn't a condition, it's a choice. You can't wait for motivation. You destroy laziness with standards. With unshakable principles that declare who you are no matter how you feel. People rarely aim too high and fail. Most aim low and succeed, and that's the tragedy. They rename avoidance as self-care. They trade responsibility for comfort and call it rest. But this comfort becomes a prison. Let's be real. You can't escape pain. It's either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One gives you strength. The other haunts your conscience. No one is coming to rescue you. Your dream doesn't arrive with permission. It arrives when you show up for it. When you rise early. When you silence the voice of excuses. When you stop trying to feel better and start becoming better. Laziness isn't just lying on the couch, it's turning away from growth. It's ignoring the book that stretches your mind. It's rejecting challenge. Success doesn't reward potential, it rewards value. Are your habits valuable? Is your routine worthy of your dream? You don't need 10 steps. You need one decision made daily. Relentlessly. One discipline repeated until it becomes identity. When you do that, you earn confidence. You no longer rely on hype, you build history. And laziness becomes a ghost. You don't respond when it knocks, you're too busy becoming. Comfort is seductive. It whispers, you've earned a break, while silently draining your potential. But let's ask the hard question. What has comfort ever built? Not strength. Not legacy, not greatness. Comfort is where dreams decay. Transformation requires a new addiction, growth. Not ease, not pleasure, growth. And growth is inconvenient. It challenges your patterns. It interrupts your comfort. It pushes you to face weakness. Not explain it away. Pain is part of this path, but it's pain with a purpose. Growth hurts because it forces you to evolve. The old you, the one loyal to comfort, will beg for another hour. Another scroll, another excuse. But the more you feed that version, the more you delay becoming the one capable of achieving true success. True growth doesn't happen in cozy moments. It lives in early mornings, in focused sacrifice, in moments no one else sees. That's where character is forged. Winners don't wish things were easier, they wish to become stronger. And strength is built by doing the hard things, intentionally. Because if you don't choose the pain of growth, you'll inherit the weight of regret. And regret is heavier than discipline will ever be. Most people think freedom means doing whatever you want. Sleeping in, skipping the hard stuff, chasing instant pleasure. But that's not freedom. That's enslavement to comfort. Real freedom is self-mastery. It's the ability to say no to impulses, to cravings, to the lazy voice whispering for ease. Discipline isn't restriction, it's power. It's control over your time, your energy, your mind. And when you control those, you control your destiny. The undisciplined person reacts to life. The disciplined one creates it. One is blown by the wind. The other commands the storm. Discipline is not punishment. It's proof of self-respect. Every time you follow through, every time you keep your word, you send yourself a message. I matter. My goals matter. My future matters. And when you live like that, the world responds. Opportunities appear, not by accident, but as a response to your consistency. Freedom doesn't just happen. It's built, brick by brick, with your habits, with your actions, with your standards. You either pay the price of discipline now, or you pay the price of regret later. But one thing's certain, you will pay. So build the life you want by becoming the person who deserves it. Not through luck, not through comfort, through relentless effort and iron self-control. Weak choices rarely shout, they whisper. One skipped workout, one snooze button, one more hour of mindless scrolling. Harmless? Maybe. But over time, these tiny decisions rot your foundation. Not with a bang, but with slow decay. You don't wake up broken. You become broken, inch by inch, through compromises you swore didn't matter. But they did, because every decision is a vote. You're either voting for the disciplined version of you, or the weaker one. Skip what you said you'd do. And your subconscious hears, I can't be trusted. That's not just about goals, it's about identity. And once you start believing you're unreliable, discipline slips through your fingers. The solution? Make decisions based on who you want to become, not how you feel now. Say yes to the future, and no to the fleeting urge. Discipline isn't perfection, it's persistence. It's stacking enough right choices until you become someone even your old self wouldn't recognize. You don't think your way out of weakness, you act your way out. And the first step doesn't have to be glorious. It just has to happen. Do something, anything, that breaks the pattern. Clean your room, move your body, open the book, take the smallest step. Motion creates momentum, and momentum crushes hesitation. Laziness doesn't just grow in silence, it thrives in the wrong company. Spend time with those who dodge responsibility. Avoid challenge, and live for entertainment. And don't be surprised when you slowly become like them. You don't rise in the presence of decline. You rise when you surround yourself with builders, people who move, create, and stretch themselves. Energy is contagious. So is excellence. So is mediocrity. You must audit your circle. Ask yourself, are they pushing me or pacifying me? Are they raising my standards or justifying my excuses? Because the people you're around shape your identity more than you realize. And if you can't find that environment in person, build it. Find it in books, in lectures, in early risers at the gym, in online communities full of hunger. Plug into something that demands more from you. The lazy version of you survives in the wrong setting. But in a place of motion, it withers. Choose your atmosphere carefully. Don't try to run toward greatness while wading through mediocrity. Remember, if you sit with 4 undisciplined people, you'll be the 5th. But if you align yourself with drive, direction, and discipline, you'll be pulled toward your higher self, whether you're ready or not. Every morning, the war begins. Before your feet touch the floor, the weaker version of you wakes up first. It whispers, just a little more sleep. You'll start tomorrow. You deserve a break. And if you're not prepared, if you haven't already made your decision, it wins. And every time it wins, it grows stronger. That's how mediocrity survives. It steals your life, one morning at a time, while you're still half asleep. So what do? You strike first. You wake up with fire. You beat the weak voice before it speaks. Because if you don't kill the old you, the lazy you, he'll kill your discipline, your vision, your dream. Start your day on offense, not defense. Don't drag yourself into the morning like it's a punishment. Don't scroll through someone else's life before you even touch your own. When the alarm rings, rise with command. Say to yourself, not today. Weakness. Today belongs to the strong me, the focused me, the disciplined me. And no, it doesn't take a miracle. It takes a structure, a non-negotiable morning routine. Fuel your mind, move your body, review your goals. Begin with gratitude. Because weak men drift, but strong men direct. They don't leave their mindset to chance. They set it and defend it like their life depends on it. Because it does. Transformation isn't one epic decision. It's a string of tiny victories. It's choosing discipline over comfort, action over excuses, and ownership over blame, daily. You are not a victim of your past. Not your circumstances. Not your boss. Not the economy. You are the architect of your future. Stop pointing outward. Start pointing inward. Ask yourself, what did I avoid? What did I delay? What did I tolerate? Because until you take full responsibility, nothing changes. But the moment you do, that's when you take back your power. That's when you realize you were never stuck, you just stopped moving. Laziness is not just a bad habit, it's an identity you've outgrown. It's that quiet voice that says, it's too late, it's too hard, you're not ready, and it's a liar. You were built for more. But more doesn't come from wishing, it comes from deciding. From saying, I don't wait, I don't hope, I act, I move, I win. And that win isn't always loud. Sometimes it's silent, sometimes it's one choice. Getting up when you don't want to. Finishing what you said you'd do. Saying no to weakness, again and again, until it finally gives up. That's when the world shifts. When you stop waiting for permission, and start giving yourself commands. The future doesn't belong to the most talented, it belongs to the most disciplined. The most relentless. The ones who show up after the motivation dies. So stop waiting. You've already got what you need. You've got you. You are the spark. You are the weapon. You are the storm. And from this moment on, every excuse dies. Every lazy whisper gets silenced. And every day becomes a chance to prove to yourself, you are not who you were. You are becoming who you were born to be. Not someday. Now.